Well, I guess let's just talk about first. It was a big win for you, one that I know you really wanted and needed. So what's the emotion like, picking up that victory?
Man, it was such a mix of things. Like at the time of it, I was thinking to myself, "Am I going to seriously get the neck scissor right now? I'm going to get him with a pro wrestling Iron Sheik. I'm going to do it." And I got him with the neck wrestle. I was super excited about that. And then I got kind of emotional in there. I was trying to hold myself together. I'm not good at losing. I win all the time at everything. And after my last fight, I really had to ask myself, what's wrong with you? Like, are you who you said you were? And it feels really good to be who I said I was.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was going to say, I mean, nobody likes to talk about it much going in, but was there a little extra pressure on your shoulders? Obviously World Series had put a lot into you, had gotten a lot of attention. Was there this kind of feeling, this weight that I got to get a win?
Well, World Series has always been really honest with me. That's what I love about these guys, is they're super direct and honest. And Ali came to me and said, look, man, he says, we're paying you a lot of money. You didn't win the first one. If you don't win this one, we're not going to cut you, but you're going to have to take a long break before you come back. So, and I was like, so basically, I need to win this fight or my career's in a lot of trouble. And he goes, you noticed you're not on the poster. There's no hype reel for this one. You got to give us a reason to put you on a poster. And I knew what that meant.
That's awesome. Let's talk about the fight itself. Obviously a fantastic win for you, but it was tough early on. Talk about how it was playing out. How hurt were you? What was going on?
Well, I was trying to draw him in for the takedown because we didn't want to stand with him. He's a professional boxer. And in the middle of drawing him in, I took a shot. The lights kind of flashed, and then I had a takedown, and I was crushing him on the takedown. Apparently, there was a huge firefight in the middle. Do not remember that. So...
Fair enough. And let's talk about the ending of it. Obviously, a submission that we don't see very often. Talk about what you saw. I mean, did you see something? Is that something you practice? Is that something you hit a lot, or did it just kind of present itself?
I love pro wrestling. I do it on the side, it's an old school pro wrestling move, but it works really well with the Kimura. So you're hitting the Kimura, and if the guy tries to roll to the left to block himself, your leg ends up one leg on the front and one leg on the back of his neck. It blocks out the carotid arteries, and you can shut it down. But normally when you're squeezing, a person will turn back up, and you'll end up with the Kimura. But I had the Kimura in so tight he couldn't turn. And then I saw that maybe he wasn't going to quit, so I punched him in the stomach, and he let the air out. And when he went, I clamped it again, and then I knew we were in trouble. I knew he was in trouble, because once you let the air out, you can't fight a choke with no air.
That's awesome. What's going to be next for you? I mean, have you had any talks to them yet? Do you have any ideas when you'd like to be back? I think you want the rematch. You've been calling for that. Do you think that could be next? What do you see on the horizon?
I hope there's a rematch. I would love that. But what I really want to do is fight in Seattle. They had a fight that was supposed to be in Seattle in a couple months. I'm not sure if it's happening or not happening. Come to Seattle. I want to be there. I want to fight there. People want it. Come to Seattle. That's what I want next. I don't care who it is. I want Seattle.
Perfect. Any other last thoughts, messages you want to send out there?
My kids are at home. I want to say, hey, Freedom. Hey, Addison. I love you guys. I'm not hurt. And now I've got a lot of money, so let's go buy something fun.